Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's Infor CRM demonstration. I'm Matthew Skidmore, and I'll be the presenter for today's webcast. Before we begin, let's cover a few housekeeping items. At the bottom of your screen are multiple application widgets you can use throughout the presentation. All widgets are resizable and movable, so feel free to relocate them to get the most out of your desktop space. Also, you can expand your slide viewing area or maximize it to full screen by clicking on the arrows in the top right corner. If you have any questions during today's presentation, please submit them through the Q&A widget. We will work to answer these during the webcast, but if a more detailed answer is required or we run out of time, it will be answered later via email. Please know we do capture all questions. Additional product-related materials are available in the resource list, and we encourage you to download any resources or links that you may find useful. This webcast is being streamed through your computer, so no dial-in number is provided. For the best audio quality, please ensure your computer speakers or headset are turned on and the volume is set to a comfortable level. Depending on your internet connection, you may experience some lag in slide progression, so logging off your VPN is recommended. If your slides are lagging behind, pushing F5 on your keyboard will refresh the page. You can find additional answers to common technical issues located in the Help widget at the bottom of your screen. All right, now that we are all set up, let's jump into our content. On our journey today, we will complete a quick overview of Infor's Customer Experience Suite and see how Infor CRM is designed to play a key role in providing a complete end-to-end solution for your customer service and sales teams. Following this overview, we'll dive into a day-in-the-life demonstration of CRM. And as we mentioned before, please feel free to submit any questions you may have via the Q&A widget, which will be available throughout the presentation. And of course, before we say goodbye, we will wrap up today's presentation with some closing remarks. All right, let's talk about Infor CRM. Infor CRM is part of the Infor Customer Experience Suite, which provides a complete end-to-end solution covering the entire customer lifecycle, and it is designed with purpose-built sales and marketing solutions, helping to drive seamless experiences. It delivers alignment and operational efficiencies across all departments, resulting in optimal strategy execution and consistent customer experiences that increase customer and brand loyalty. Here on the screen, you can see the core components of the CX Suite. First, we offer the marketing tools needed by organizations to plan, execute, and monitor direct marketing campaigns across every customer contact channel. This is complemented by a comprehensive sales solution suite, ranging from customer and pricing management to contract management. Bringing it all together is the data science and predictive analytics. They work to optimize engagement and deliver better sales and marketing outcomes at scale. Lastly, we have the enterprise collaboration and integration, which ensures all the correct systems and data are tied together for a seamless user experience. For today's presentation, we will focus specifically on Infor CRM and explore how it unifies the efforts of sales, service, and marketing. Infor CRM is truly designed to be an end-to-end solution for the sales and service teams and provides the necessary interaction points for the marketing team to collaborate and provide support where needed. With Infor CRM, your team is able to collect and assign leads from multiple sources, then ensure they get passed to the right sales team for actioning. By leveraging the systems tools, the sales team is able to manage those leads all the way through the opportunity funnel and turn them into sales. And now with a clear history of who the customer is, your service and support teams are armed with all the information and tools they need to handle contracts and service tickets. This combination of a complete set of collaborative tools and a crystal clear 360 view of who your customers are allows your team to have more timely and relevant interactions and makes Infor CRM an indispensable tool for any organization. The only aspect that makes Infor CRM more valuable is its accessibility. Now you can access Infor CRM from any location, whether you're working from your email, out visiting a client, or spending time in the office. These three seamless access points allow your team to work whenever and wherever they need to. During today's demonstration, we'll see firsthand the flexibility and usability Infor CRM provides. So without further ado, let's jump into the demo. Let me introduce you to Joe Taylor. He's the top sales rep at Acme Forklifts. During this demonstration, we will be following him through a day in his life. We will see how he leverages Infor CRM during 3 key points in his day, and how he uses it to maintain proactive and focused efforts on the right tasks and right relationships. Now, let's catch up with Joe as he opens his email and enjoys his first cup of coffee. Hello, I'm Joe, and I like to kick my day off as most of us do, with a little coffee-fueled review of my email. This gives me a chance to follow up on any new emails, review the items already in my queue, and strategize on how I'm going to leverage any free time I may have. The first email I see is from a contact I don't recognize, Jack Marino from Marino's Meat and Fish. I want to check and see if we have any records on him. I see CRM is showing me his email address. So as I suspected, this is a new lead we haven't done any business with yet, and we don't have any information in our system related to him. It looks like Jack needs some assistance identifying and purchasing a forklift that will work for his business. So I'm going to create a new lead in the system. I highlight, drag and drop his email signature, and then with 2 clicks, it's done. I entered Jack's info and the name of his company into the system as a lead, and it only took me a few seconds. Interacting with and leveraging CRM data through Outlook is so easy. I could do it without the help of coffee. I love this tool. Jack asked me to follow up with him as soon as possible, so I'm going to give him a call and identify a good time to meet and do an on-site survey. While I give Jack a call, I'm able to log the call activity and capture the notes from our conversation. As it turns out, this is a perfect arrangement. He seems like an easy guy to work with and would like to have me out for an on-site survey later this week. So again, I access my activity menu and get a meeting on the calendar. And as we saw before, this takes me another few seconds and 3 more clicks. So easy. I just cruised through adding a new lead and creating 2 activities, and it only took me a few clicks in less than 30 seconds. Wow, how fantastic is that? And remember, I never left my email. That blows my mind. Now with CRM for Outlook, I'm fairly certain I can do 90% of my work from my email. Tools like this really boost my productivity. I'm going to continue following up on my emails and see what else I can do. It looks like my second email is from the Industrial Supply Warehouse, and they're having an issue with one of their Cat forklifts they've purchased from us. They also say they have a large shipment arriving tomorrow afternoon, so they need the forklift operational by then. Creating a repair request ticket in CRM Outlook is just as easy as creating the other activities we saw. I'm able to quickly create a ticket, add the title, and set the area, category, and issue. I know the system will notify our customer service team of the newly created ticket, and they'll be able to deal with it accordingly. So I've done all I need to follow up on this email and ensure my customers receive the best service possible. It looks like I have one more email to follow up on this morning, and it's great news. Ace Motorsports has accepted our quote for 3 forklifts and wants to know if they can take delivery early next month. I'll identify the appropriate opportunity and update the status to closed won. Then I'll ensure that I attach the signed quote they provided for our records. Now that it's in CRM, the only thing left I have to do is to follow up with the customer and make sure they know we're excited to have their business. This is going to be a good day. I haven't even finished my first cup of coffee, and I already have a promising new lead, and I closed a deal. With the power of Infor CRM and Outlook, I can be more effective and more efficient with my time. I'm done catching up with my emails now, so I'm ready to move on to the rest of my day. After I've caught up on my email, I have a few hours to take advantage of before my first client visit. So I'm going to jump into the core CRM and get a quick update on my performance, and then spend some focused time following up with my leads and connecting with my key contacts and accounts. When I first log in, I'm presented with my dashboard, and along with the ability to review standard sales and forecasting reports like my opportunity funnel and my forecast timeline, I also get to see my participation rate, my progress towards my sales goals, and any insight into what I can do to continue to be a top performer. Here for the participation rate, I noticed that I've been consistently achieving the most contact with my customer compared to my counterparts. I also can see the activity that I've been doing has been really centralized around a few key accounts. With the flexibility of the system, it allows me to create my own charts. So when I identify new key performance indicators, I can make my own reports on them. And that's just what I did here with the revenue by account. I wanted to make sure that the time I was spending with those key accounts was actually translating into revenue. And we see here that it was, for the most part, lined up with the account that I spent my most time with, also is providing my most amount of revenue. Gaining and leveraging this constantly up-to-date perspective is a great example of how Infor CRM keeps me focused and effective. But that's not the only benefit I get from these reports. I used to have my manager call me on weekends and press me at the end of quarters to provide him with the most updated version of my numbers. This really was time consuming and really got old. Now with Infor CRM, my manager has access to all the same great data and up-to-date reports that I see. So I don't get nearly as many poorly timed calls, and now the discussions I have with my manager are about strategy, not data collection. Every one of us is spending our time in more productive tasks. With the first half of my dashboard, I was able to quickly understand what matters and why I should take action. With the second half of my dashboard, I leverage Infor CRM's smart lists to show me how to act. These smart lists are one of the tools I appreciate the most. I no longer have to spend my time searching or agonizing over who to spend my time with next. Infor CRM identifies, prioritizes, and presents the information to me, and all I need to do is act on it. We see at the very bottom, I have my open tickets list, helping me keep track of my customers' pain points and any potential strain in our relationship. Next to the tickets, I see my campaigns and promotions list. This list has helped me learn how to team up with our marketing staff. Now, I pass prioritized lists of customers to marketing directly from CRM. This has really improved the volume of my qualified leads and drastically improved my conversion rate. At the top of these lists, I have my key accounts, and I know any account that shows up on it is an important relationship to me. So with this list, I can quickly see who I haven't contacted in the last 3 weeks and who I should touch base with. With the system keeping track of who I need to contact, I'm able to maintain consistent relationships with no stress. Right next to this list is my untouched leads list. This helps me keep track of pre-qualified leads from the marketing team, new leads that came from my manager, and even leads I created while in Outlook or on mobile. My first priority for today is to follow up on my untouched leads. So with one click, I'm into my first lead record. It looks like we connected with John Beck at a trade show, and he expressed interest in a cat forklift to be used in a warehouse. We even got a potential budget and timeline from him, and we also know that he's the decision maker on the purchase. I also see he was put into a new leads nurture campaign by the marketing team. And we also see that he responded to this email by visiting our website just a few days ago. This is a well-qualified lead, and now I have all the information I need to give him a call and follow up. During my conversation, I can quickly create an activity and enter in all the key notes and information about the discussion we had. It's clear our information was correct. He would like me to connect with him next week and provide pricing and details on a few forklift models that might fit his needs. With this response, John is showing great buying signs. So I want to get him converted from a lead to an account and a contact and an opportunity. With 2 quick clicks, I not only verify we don't already have John in our system, but I also convert his lead into an account, contact, and opportunity. With the system bringing me directly to the opportunity form, I'm all set to build it out. Here, I'm presented with all the capability I need to quickly add products, update the close probability, and even generate a quote. Everything I need to manage and win this opportunity is accessible on one screen. Since this is a new opportunity, I'm going to quickly review my sales process and confirm I have taken all the steps I need to ensure it's set up for success. The Infor CRM sales processes are easily configured and can be set up to reflect any specific sales model we use. I find great value in them. They keep me consistent and on track with all my ops, and they also simplify my collaboration with our inside sales and management. When it's time to get a quote generated and approval from management on price, I can quickly turn each of these steps into an activity and assign them appropriately for completion. Leveraging Infor CRM's sales process has greatly improved the efficiency of our sales team, and management has enjoyed the accurate, in-depth reporting they get from it. With Infor CRM, creating accounts, contacts, and opportunities is extremely simple. And with the sales processes, it even keeps track of what I need to do next to win the deal. Now, I spend my time with the customer and leave all the details up to Infor CRM. Okay, after I followed up on my leads list, I'm going to spend the rest of my available time on the smart list I find most valuable. The list directly below the leads list is my purchase likelihood list. This is my ace in the hole. Leveraging predictive analytics and customer data, Infor CRM not only tells me how likely my customers are to make a purchase, but also provides me with specific product recommendations for them. It even gives me insight into my customers' buying trends, so I know if a customer changes their rate, volume, or types of purchases. So before I head out to my first client meeting, I'm going to reach out to a few of the accounts on my purchase likelihood list and see if I can move them a little further along on the journey to their next purchase. As I view my smart list, I'm able to see the purchase likelihood score associated to each account. This score is a number ranging from 1 to 10 and indicates how likely the customer is to make a purchase within a given time frame. A 1 indicates they are least likely, while a 10 indicates they are 90 to 100% likely to make a purchase. There are several different strategies on how to leverage this insight. I've been most effective by coordinating with marketing to include the lowest scores in general nurturing campaigns and the mid scores in targeted promotional campaigns. Then, the highest scoring accounts I contact directly. I will start with one of my 9s. I see Midwest Electric is 80 to 90% likely to make a purchase, but I also need to know what products they would be most interested in. By pulling up Midwest Electric's account, I see a list of 3 to 5 products or service recommendations. The system also shows me the primary and secondary reason these products or services are being recommended. So I have a quick understanding of why these recommendations will be relevant. Once I've identified the items I want to offer, I'd like to take advantage of the great 360-degree customer view Infor CRM provides me. Typically, I'll review the tickets and opportunities. I also find great value in reviewing the invoices, quotes, and any marketing activity that may have taken place. These details are provided from our ERP and marketing automation tools, but all the data that is relevant to me as a sales rep automatically shows up in CRM. So I never have to go into the other systems to get the information I need. Once this is done, I'm armed with all the details I need to have a timely and relevant conversation with my contacts at Midwest Electric, moving them one step closer to their next purchase. All right, this is perfect. As with most of the calls I do from my purchase likelihood list, Midwest Electric was happy to hear from me and showed great interest in the products we discussed. They agreed to a meeting next week for a site survey and a product review. The capabilities Infor CRM provides me are really game-changing. I no longer have to guess which account is ready to make a purchase or what products to even offer them. I know exactly what message and what products will be relevant to my customers. I love this as a sales rep, and I know the marketing team loves it too. Now they can segment contacts with greater confidence and clarity and provide the most timely and relevant information possible. Now that I have a meeting scheduled with Midwest, I want to identify a few accounts located near them so I can maximize my time in the area. With Infor CRM, I quickly pull a list of the accounts near them, and then I'm able to prioritize who to visit and identify the best route. Again, Infor CRM provides me with all the tools I need to be focused and effective and gives me back the time I need to create and maintain great relationships. Spending time in the core CRM really helped me maintain productivity and kept my efforts focused, moving me further on the path of success. Even on my worst days, when maybe I spent a little too much time networking the night before, I can count on Infor CRM to be consistent, helping me maintain relationships and moving my customers one step closer to a purchase. Now that I've completed planning for next week's meetup, it's time for me to head to my first client meeting of the day. Access to Infor CRM is easy via my mobile device. Once I log in, I'm presented with my schedule for the day. With the KPIs at the top of the list, I immediately determine how many more meetings, phone calls, and to-dos I have left for my day. And I can see details about the upcoming meeting with Jeff from Gillig LLC. Once I get in my car, the first thing I need to do is get directions to the Gillig office. By selecting the appropriate meeting, I instantly have access to all the details I need, including their address. Selecting the address data for Gillig LLC invokes the native Google Map functionality on my device. And once the map is displayed, I can obtain driving directions for my current location. I didn't have to do a cut and paste or type in an address. Infor CRM does the work for me. After arriving at the client site, I want to review any open tickets or activities that could be brought up as potential issues in our meeting. The More tab takes me to related items, which displays a list of the standard elements in Infor CRM. From here, I can review any open tickets, activities, or opportunities. It looks like there are 2 open tickets. So by selecting the tickets, I can look at a few of the details. I see here that the one that I need to worry about is for a late delivery. I love the ability to check on items like this in real time. Now I can have a proactive conversation with Jeff and let him know the latest on how we are resolving his issue. Next, I want to review the related data from our ERP system. This is available in the Dashboard tab. After selecting the dashboard options, I'm presented with 3 different KPI snapshots: financial, new transactions, and open transactions. I want to check the aging invoices by clicking on the square which displays the data. From here, I can drill down into the line level on each aging invoice. This is a fantastic capability that allows me to be prepared and up to date for my conversation with the Gillig finance team. After getting a real-time snapshot and understanding of the status of our relationship, I'm all set to go ahead and have the meeting. Okay, so I had a great meeting with Jeff and the Gillig team, and now I want to capture the meeting notes in Infor CRM and schedule a follow-up call for next week. The Add Note button allows me to capture notes using the voice activation functionality native to my mobile device. Meeting went well, schedule a follow-up call for next week. And just like that, I've entered my notes. Next, I need to schedule a follow-up call with Jeff for next week. By selecting the schedule activity, I'm presented with my options. Here's a phone call, set what it's regarding, and I'll save it. Now I almost forgot. I took a picture of a competitor's piece of equipment that was in disrepair during my time on site today, and I want to attach that picture to the account record. This may present a good opportunity to sell them a replacement in the future. Just like that, the attachment has been uploaded, and now it's part of that record, accessible from anywhere I am. It looks like I finished early at Gillig, and I think I have some time to visit another customer in the area, if they're close by. Using the View Accounts Nearby application, I can quickly pull up a list of the accounts that are very close to where I'm at. And it looks like ECS Systems is relatively close, so I'm going to give them a call. By tapping their phone number, my phone automatically knows I want to call them and then possibly take notes afterwards. As you can see, working from my mobile device is uncomplicated and provides me the ability to do 90% of my work without logging into my laptop. Again, Infor CRM is giving me the time and information I need to build meaningful relationships with my customers. As we followed Joe through his day, we were able to see just how effective and productive a tool Infor CRM really is. It is often the small things that turn a one-time purchase into a lifetime customer, or separate great success from mediocre performance. With Infor CRM, you have easy access to all the data you need to really know your customers, and all the tools you need to do the small things that build meaningful relationships. Imagine if your team could leverage the same great tools as Joe. This concludes our webinar for today. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Please connect with us on our website. Follow us on Twitter